Kedmi de Falta, 100,000 welcomes to Irish Paint Magic. First of all, I want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for inviting me and indeed all the staff here at the studios back into your homes for Series 7 of Irish Paint Magic. We had a magnificent, huge response to all the programs, and people keep asking for more and more from all over the country and even beyond. So I want you to come with me. I'm going back to Killarney. I seem to be promoting Kerry quite a bit these times, but the reason is that I'm trying to get the Kerry people to change their accents to a Cork accent, but I'm not being very successful. So I'm going down to Killarney to TORC Falls for the day. A lot of people are inquiring about how to use the black gesso, etc. So I want you to come up here because I'm going to use it from the very beginning today. So if you come up here, I want to show you what I've done to the canvas. I've got a 24 by 18 canvas, and it's just white. There's nothing on it, just a prime canvas. So what I'm going to do is get some black gesso. Now black gesso is actually an acrylic paint. It will dry quite fast. So I would need to darken the canvas. And the reason for that is that you need, in oil painting, you bring your colours from dark up to light. So I'm going to take a little shortcut, but what about it if it makes your life easy? And the other thing is I'm going to say to you, if you're not feeling well today and you can't get out, you're housebound, come with me now to Kerry for the day, or if you're in hospital or anywhere else, just sit up with me for the next half an hour and I'm sure we'll bring you and lighten your heart for the day. So come on now with me here. Just here on the canvas I put a little outline of a pencil where the falls would come down through the woods and crash on here to the bottom, and there's very, very little there. So basically the falls would come out here and crash over like that. I'm only looking for an indication, and that's all. And then there's rocks and rocks, and to crash again, crash over again, and right down, and maybe there, and then it crashes out another way and comes on down here to a pool at the bottom. That type of a thing. You're only looking for an indication as to where the falls will be. So what I'm going to do now with a bigger brush is darken the canvas. Now I can't stress this enough that don't use your good brushes for this. You should use either a worn down brush or a cheap brush for the gesso, because you could lose your very good brushes. If you invest on the good 2-inch brush and the 1-inch brush, you should keep them. Keep them for the painting, not for this type of thing. And they sound expensive, but if you buy one of them, it will be for the rest of your life if you mind them, and you'll get the most fantastic results. And you can get all these brushes, just watch the program, and you get all the materials, watch the program, and all the information you want as regards the supplies will be there. Now all I'm doing here is darkening that canvas. Now I'm going to do a little bit of tapping here as well. Scrubbing, scrub it in, don't be afraid. You'll probably hear now the texture of the scrub on the canvas. And now I go right in there. It's nice to be back in Dublin again, but the only thing I have to sneak in and sneak out. They don't like the Cork crowd up here to show them. They all come up, all the Cork people up here, and show them how to run the civil service and how to run Ireland. Their nose will be out of joint a little bit at times. Now, that's all I'm going to do. Now all it will take, I'm going to get a hairdryer and shove that hairdryer on. Now that only took really about a minute. Now that's all dry. It's very, very important that you understand now that that's an acrylic paint at the beginning, and that's the only reason is you want to take a shortcut to put on the darks, not to be the old-fashioned way of being there for weeks putting on dark, or maybe months, and then bringing it up to light. Now you can do it all in the one day. And this type of painting is for everybody anyway. So you don't have to be a born artist or anything like that, or going to college for years upon years. There are people that go to college are naturally, they're gifted people. But this painting is for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are or what walk of life you come from. So now what I've got to do here is, with a 2-inch brush, I'm going to cover all that, cover the whole lot with liquid clear. But be careful now and do it very, very sparing. You hear me scrubbing this now. That's fine. Now the whole canvas is like a skating ring. It's nice and slippy, and we can work on that nicely. So I want you to come to the palette now. I've got to mix some paint. So here I'm going to get some green, some black. In other words, I want a dark green. Dark green. Or maybe not too dark, but dark enough anyway. And a little bit of brown into it would make it more of an olive green. Add a little brown. There's a little bit of brown gone in there. Actually, that brown is supposed to be Van Dyke brown, but it's not. I forgot the tube of Van Dyke brown, and I made it up by mixing sap green and crimson. And if you mix those two colors, maybe half and half, you can get a lovely, lovely brown color. So you need never be stuck if you forgot the brown. Sap green and crimson, half and half, and you have the most beautiful brown you ever saw. So there you are. There's a tip from Cork. Now, I'm going to get my 2-inch brush again, go into that color, and up here I'm going to cover the whole canvas with that color, the whole lot. There's lots and lots of rocks and things here. You'll see as we go along, TORC Falls is very, very famous. I suppose it's famous throughout the world now. It's in Killarney, and if you go there after a night's rain, heavy rain, it will be the most fabulous experience you're likely to have. It's absolutely beautiful before it works its way on down to the lakes of Killarney. Now I'm going to get some paint here, bit of cad yellow, bit of yellow ochre, more bit of sap green, all mixed up. There's a lot of foliage here now, lots and lots of foliage, and I think just for the beginning I will just get a little 1-inch brush here, tap into that color, tap into it. And you can come on up here and we get a little bit of foliage by just tapping in down all along all these beautiful trees that grow in Killarney. Absolutely beautiful trees, and they'll just talk to the canvas and whisper to them. Say, come on, Mr. Tree, don't let me down. We'll get the Cork accent into those Kerry people yet. No, that's lovely. And stop it now, stop it. Wipe your brush. Come back up here, get another little bit of paint, something similar, but vary the colours now. I'm going more to the ochre side here this time. More to the ochre side. And this side, and tapping. Now just tap, and I always say, if you're starting to paint in life, and it doesn't matter what age you are, age doesn't matter at all. If you can tap, you can paint. You really can now. Just tap, and all I do, and talk to the canvas as well. Whatever you do, talk to the canvas, and you'll get the best from it. Now, what I've got to do now is put that away. That's just the beginning. Now I'm going to get a fan brush and pick up a little bit of white here. A little bit of white. And I'm going to load that fan brush pretty well with white. Maybe a little tinge of blue into it, just to kill that white. I don't want it. No, I don't want a tropical blue or anything like that. I just want to rather than it be pure white. Now I'm going to push into that and load the brush well. And up here, just up there, very gentle, comes out and comes down over there. Another little bit, very gentle, whisper, come on down. Thank you, thank you. And then it hits and push up, make the noises, crashes over. Now, I'm going to get a filbert brush. And I'm going to get Van Dyke Brown. Maybe I should mix some of this color. Yellow ochre. Bit of white. And I'm going to thin it out slightly by just dipping the knife into a little bit of sienna. I just dipped the knife into the white spirit just to thin it out a little bit. That's fine. Maybe I'll darken that now to go to the grey side with a little bit of black. I want to tone it down now. Don't want it jumping out. Killarney people would be giving out to me if they saw their rocks jumping out too soon. So, Van Dyke Brown, which is the colour I mixed, I told you about the brown, and I'm going to thin that out. Now when I say thin it, just the tiniest little bit of white spirit on the knife, don't pour it, because there's really no need to thin any paint out because of the mediums we put on at the start. That'll allow you. And the other thing is you should remember that if you buy the mediums, it's a great investment. You save so much on paints. And these paints are high quality paints now. They're artist quality. So just because you go to the shop and you get a tube of paint and there's more in the tube, it doesn't necessarily mean the quality is good. If you get a tube of this paint, it will do you 10 times longer than the other tubes that you think you're getting a bargain for. But you get your value back in the pigments of the paint. Now both sides of this brush are dark. Now I'm going over to the lighter colour. And you have dark on one side and light on the other. Dark and light. Okay, so come up here. I need to push some of this back a little bit. So there's rocks there. Rocks. Let that run down. All rocks along there. And here, a lot of rocks around here. Just need to hold the old waterfall in there. Just hold it in. Thank you. Now I'm going to go back to the fan brush again, and along here, just let that level out itself. Let it level out. Down over there. Grand. Now I can put another few rocks all along there, like. And ask the old the rocks or the stones to jump off the brush here. Come on, get off there. No. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to the 1-inch brush up here to the other colour, the original colour I had. And I'm going to shove those rocks back a little bit by just pulling in front of them like that. Let the growth come back into them. Just pull in front of them. Be very careful, don't kill the darks now. Dark is your friend. And on down, and on down. Now I arrived up in Dublin last night, and the first salute I got to know, could I ever change my Cork accent to a Dublin accent? I said, no. This is the one that I've had all my life and I ain't changing it. And the old director of programs, he's still getting stuck at me. He said, half the country don't know what you're talking about. Well, I said, the other half do. No. There we go. All there. I'm going to go now for the more to the, maybe a little bit of crimson this time to warm up that. Give it a little flavour there, like. Get a lot of rhododendrons in these woods here too from time to time. Right, so now, going to go back now to the fan brush. I just darken that a little bit there. No. And here now, back again now to the fan brush and into that bluey white colour. And that would come on down there and next thing it goes plump, plump, out over again, and there would be another rock there, big rock there, a bit of highlight color, sienna, blue white, highlight that. It comes on down there, and again white and blue. Even though this color is quite colourful, it looks quite white against the background there. So this would come on out here, and make sure you make the eyes now. Right over TORC Falls. Get down to Killarney and see this. It will be really worth your while. And again, back again, more of that colour. And now, here again, I'm going to push up. And it comes on down there. And it comes on down there. And level it off again, level it off. Now I'm going to introduce a little bit of colour down here, because it gets quite wide. There's quite a pool here at the bottom, just there. By pulling, these are vertical strokes now, vertical. Okay, so if I pull down and go gently across them, I can get a nice sheen there on that pool, nice sheen. And here, changing back now to the 1-inch brush. Another tap here, just tapping now again, and push the old waterfall back by pulling the foliage right in front of it, right down, right down. Dense growth here now. This you wouldn't. There's a pathway up to look at this waterfall, and but you wouldn't go into the growth area that easily. There's a lot of dense growth there, and lots and lots and lots of wildlife, including our magnificent Irish red deer. Sometimes you can come across them, mostly down by the lakes when they're coming down for a drink. To the other side, over here, lots of rocks there, lots and lots of rocks. Here, push that waterfall back. Look, look, go back. Go back. Get back in there. Lots of rocks there, look. Another one here. Another big one there, look. Big rock. Millions and millions of years of evolution, all these rocks were formed ago, long, long, long ago. And we come down and we paint them in for their beauty. Over here. I must ask the people of Ireland, should I change my accent for this director of programs, or should I stay put with the one I have? He has these stress marbles here. He keeps rolling them around in his hand, you know. And he tried me in the last series to know when I put one in my mouth, so I get a nice round sound. And I swallowed one of them. And he fell out with me over that. And he went really berserk about 10 days after I wanted to give it back to him, but he wouldn't take it. So now, tapping here now again. I don't know why he wouldn't take it. Now, here we go. More and more growth here. More and more growth. Now, down and down into that area there. And here, again, more and more rocks. loads of rocks around here. Rocks everywhere. As the fella says, I'm gone rockers from them. And here. And actually there's rocks in the pool as well. So I've got to make up a bit of colour here. A bit of green and a bit of crimson. I'm after running out of brown now, so I'm making up that brown again, the green and the crimson. There it is. There it is. That's lovely. Now, inside in the middle of the pool, look. Rocks. They're everywhere. They're just everywhere. They're from millions of years. And only in recent years we started to appreciate nature for what it is. And there, another one, right inside in the middle of the pool. So, if I pull that down, pull it right down, go across it, very gently, talk to it nicely. And again, I'm going to go back now to that one other. Where did I see? Yes, I've got to pull this side down here now. Come on down. Come on down. Thank you. And here. Come on down. Now watch your reflections now. Do you see them appearing? They'll jump out of the canvas here if you talk to them nicely. And again, go across them. There's quite a big pool here. I often wonder would any trout get up along there. Do they go up that far? The only thing they'd want rock climbing equipment to get up there. Right. Now again, more here of the cad yellow, yellow ochre, sap green. Just tap. Remember I just said don't paint, just tap. And up here, down in, down on there. Down into the pool. Down into the pool. And don't have them too light, yes. Keep them quite dense down there. Back again, more paint. Tapping here. And again, I can't thank the people of Ireland. And funny enough, I'm getting lots and lots of response from Wales, where the programme is going into Wales, and they're getting it in part of Britain, but I don't know how. And I'm led to believe that it's on the internet now. So the program, if you go into www.tg4 TV, you can get it all over the world. So now, there again, go across that, pull it down, another rock. Now I'm just checking my time on the clock. That's the one thing I've got to keep an eye on, is the clock. Another rock there, look. Lots of rocks. So it's great to be back. Again, thanks to the popularity of the show, and thanks to you people for contacting the station and asking us to show more and more of the beautiful island of Ireland. It's amazing that we living here, we seem to forget it quite a bit. Now, put it all down very gently, go across it. Just going to get the knife, and I'm going to get a little bit of that colour, and I'm going to thin it out just slightly with the knife. No great lot of colour at all here necessary. I'm going to cut across that colour now. Cut into it as though you're cutting a cake. Like that. And come in under here. And you'll get some water lines. In there. And ask the rock to sit down into the water of TORC Falls. Sit down. Sit down there for me. Thank you. Thank you very much. These rocks here. Now, it would, from here now, it would cascade over right down again and go on further. It's like going down steps of stairs all the way down and down into the lakes of Killarney, and then head out at the other end of the lakes for the sea. So if you get an opportunity, go and see TORC Falls. So I'm just cutting in here now to get some water lines, and I'm saying to myself, would you ever go away from it? It's a problem to get away from a canvas, and I'm going to say, would you not go away from it? And for once, I think I'm not fighting the clock. So I'm going to say, got a míle maith agat, slán leat, and God bless you all, my friends.